Is it made in America or sold in America? Either way, it's garbage. I went to the manual and I can't find it, and it doesn't say it anywhere here on any of these labels. Bro, it doesn't even have a temperature setting on it. I bought it. I was like, oh, that looks like it's going to be like better than what I want. And then I don't even think there's like a temperature setting. I'm pretty sure I'm not illiterate. And there's nothing here that says it's going to do that. And it starts on its own too. Like I just press a button and it starts rather than program it. And the manual, like, literally says almost nothing about what's going on. And this is a pressure cooker. It's supposed to be, except for some reason, it vents out here. Pressure cookers don't vent. If you've never, you know, heard of what a pressure cooker is, there's no vent on it. That's why this is supposed to be here. But this is about as reliable as nothing. You know what a pressure cooker is? The government told us people make bombs in these. That means that this thing can fucking blow up my place and 5, 6 places around me if it doesn't work right. And I mean, clearly, I'm showing you 3. Look, can you see the seam? You see it? See, that's not how a pressure cooker works. It's like a hole that looks like a screw hole in the handle, which is not a screw hole apparently, and it's venting. And there's nothing in the lid where any of the settings could change it from pressure to not pressure cooker. Right, there's no electronics in the lid. The lid is just garbage, like metal and plastic. Okay, so this is probably made in America because it's just so fucking bad. I mean, sold in America means that the people who the beautiful who white uh, American, European, Middle Easterners, Israelis from the pyramids. That means that they're selling it and they bought it from someone good. But made in America means they invented it. And you know, like Elon Musk says, he has to hire people from India. Imagine having to hire people from India because they're fucking more competent than you. They be throwing corpses and taking a dump in the local fucking rivers and shit. Fucking man, that great. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. That's the right now. That's the pressure cooker part. Fucking steaming, not the handle. The handle was steaming before. Fucking bro. See, the problem isn't whether it's made in America or China. The problem is Americans. Is they're all dead. And the people in America are a bunch of people who came here for fucking free money and because they know they can go bomb and steal fucking money from the rest of the world and shit, like they stole the fucking land from the Americans and shit. So that's all that is. It probably is made in America. Like, it's so shitty they won't even put made in America on it. Man. What a fuck. Every second of life in America is a waste. And then I went to the other nations, and that one race was following me around too. The other nation was a lot better, except for, you know, the fact that I have one race stalking me 24 fucking 7 my entire life, guiding my life, into a giant black pit of nothingness and drugs and homosexuality and the Christians, the Bible people, the God race, which is the Satanists, the atheists, the God race, Einstein, all that, all those beautiful people like Einstein and that whore Marilyn Manho who has to show her pussy, her panties to get attention because no one would look at her fucking face, and if they didn't fucking pay them. Well, that's what we get, Might as well put Made in Israel on it, right? Except for they're not. I wish, if we sent them back to Israel, the fucking Muslims would take care of their ass and just throw them off fucking buildings. I guarantee you. That's what they tell me. I mean, I wish. Obviously, they can never stop lying, so you must, assume. I mean, you wouldn't even create a Bible or follow their religion at all, like the Satanists. Obviously, they are the Christians. You wouldn't even say you have a satanic Bible or you're Satan unless you were part of their race, fucking following along with their fucking guidelines and shit. That's what we get here. And then I see everyone out in the streets protest. I've seen the media said they're protesting. And guess who is leading the protest? $100 bet. If I lose, I pay you all $100. I'm not worried about it because I know you guys aren't going to bet because you guys are either them and you know you're going to lose, or you're not them and you know you're going to lose. So, $100 bet, all those protests, just like every other protest, is them leading themselves against themselves. And Donald Trump's family is leading the protests against Donald Trump. And just like, the anti-Palestinian genocide people are the Israelis leading the fucking protests. Just like the anti-Israeli, when I go out there on the street and I'm against them, they don't put me on the TV as a Nazi and shit. They hide that. Fucking, just like, the Nazis they put on TV and they have their face hidden because they look like fucking Hitler with their fucking ratty ass face. So it's obviously them again leading. I mean, when you own the media, you can say whatever you want. When you bomb every fucking nation's libraries, when you kill and genocide them, when you kill the people's parents and enslave and rape the children, you can tell them that their religion is hubakatas or whatever you want. But obviously, their people like to tell you to follow the manuscript or worship their race as God. So that's what we get in America. And there's nothing you can do because Americans are them. They're lying about who they are. I mean, they're telling you they're Middle Easterners. That's why they're bombing the Middle East. Because they say they want that land back. They're still lying about who they are, but that's better than accepting the fact that they're Americans. Because obviously they're not Americans because they would look fucking hot. They wouldn't look like fucking trash. They have that fucking nice long fucking straight hair and tan skin and look like Native Americans. Instead, they look like Howard Stern and Seinfeld and Rodney Dangerfield, etc., and Donald Trump, without his wig, and motherfucking Musk without his fucking plastic surgery hair implants, and Caitlyn Jenner without her fucking sewn-on tits, and Kim Kardashian without $20 billion in plastic surgery. She'd look like her father, who looks like a goddamn Fraggle from Fraggle Rock, which they all look like. Which they own the fucking media, and then they use that media to tell you that the Fraggles are good people. Which is weird, because at the same time they have the Smurfs telling you that their people are evil as fuck. They usually try to correct all that stuff. But it's generally them saying that shit too. But anyways, Guys, this is that quality made, sold in America stuff here. So great. Every second of life in USA is just a waste. You have this wannabe white trash race fucking running around forcing you to have sex with them and marry them and date them and preventing you from talking to people who don't look like them and fucking worshiping them as gods. And I don't know how the fuck their scumbag trash ass race does it. Obviously it's a different species because they'd be teleporting across the map and shape shifting to make this shit happen. But I mean, how else do you explain how that trash just appears everywhere all the fucking time, all up in your life, all up in your business, and you're traveling thousands of miles at 100 mile per hour? And yeah, so that's the way it is. And what they're going to do is collapse USA and then run back to Israel. So that's why they're doing the little. That's why Trump Bergstein is doing the whole tariff thing, because him and his boyfriends, his children, that he's probably fucking, his male children, obviously. I mean, he bounces that girl on his lap, but come on. Have you ever met one of them who really like a female? I don't think so. They might fuck him to try to breed him, but they ain't fucking him because they like him. They didn't create a fucking religion about they didn't create a racial supremacy organization that begins with day one, you suck off the newborn toddlers and shit. Because they like females. That supposedly their opposition. Man, I'd say we should probably just like help them go to Israel. Just like be like ship them off, and then like be like, hey, take your fucking rainbow flags with you. I know they're trying to act like they're not that, but the Christians have always said they're not that. The Christians are literally the people who are the homo pedophiles. In the open, it's called circumcision. You just change the name, and all of a sudden your brain is frizzled and fried, and you're like, I mean, they just rely on the fact that everyone failed fucking second grade English and can't fucking put it together or something. I mean, you got fucking mosquitoes in fucking human flesh, dude. Sold by mosquitoes, made by mosquitoes. You know, it's probably not actually made in America because they're too fucking fat and stupid and lazy to make anything. So, I really doubt that. I mean, this actually is pretty high quality. That's definitely, other than the fact that it doesn't go together right, it was probably engineered by an American invader. Obviously, the Americans don't get to make or do anything. But the people killed them off get to do everything. So that's how it works. If you kill someone, you get to do something, and if they kill you, you get to do nothing, right? It makes sense, don't it? Fucking, come on, kindergarten math. You kill someone, you get to do something. They kill you, you get to do nothing. Come on. Do I have to keep saying it before you fucking understand it? That's how the world works. And then there people go around and be like, but you gotta be all nice and kind and forgiving, and let us rape and kill you and force us, allow us to force you to have sex with our race and marry our race. And I'm talking and being around other people. It's not made in America, bro. It's not sold in America. Israel is just a subsidy. Israel is a subsidy of these Egyptian motherfuckers. And it's a parent company to fucking Americans. And you can look at that. You can see that real easy. Just look at all the fucking leaders of the world. It's real fucking easy to see. White people with the broccoli head. They all fucking That ain't just a random thing. Native Americans never had broccoli head. So they ain't Americans if they got the broccoli. And they definitely ain't something else they claim to be either. They claim to be like what? Like fucking 9 different people, and they got everyone donating money so they can go bomb the Middle East. Of course, in certain nations, they're trying to, like Taiwan, they're donating money so they can invade China and shit. But, for the most part, the book's about their little racial supremacy manual is about invading the Middle East and stealing land from there. I guess just like little bottom bitches, like that's probably like their weakness is men who will toss their asses off buildings when they start talking about sucking a man's dick or fucking a little 2-year-old man's dick or a newborn man's dick. Obviously, they've been colonized. If they even fucking follow any sort of Quran Bible shit, they've been colonized as fuck. No one would fucking plagiarize someone else's white supremacist KKK bullshit. No one goes around going, I'm the KKK. Why? I'm the yellow KKK. No one does that. No one's going to do that. Except for their people. Their people will have to create Mao to genocide. He'll have to create Karl Marx, that broccoli head motherfucker from the fucking pyramid days. I have to create that shit. And then get in there because they was smart enough to outsmart the fucking, the rest of the broccoli head racial supremacy bullshit they got going on. But what they don't have is any ability or talent. And at the end of the day, I know they create junk on purpose because this is what the mosquito does. And nothing of value. It just leeches and it will never do anything. And they cry about the environment and stuff, but they don't care. No one cares. The environment's stupid. Fuck the environment. The trees and the plant and the earth are cancer supporting this disease. So even I don't like the environment. So they don't care about anything. They're like lifeless bots. They have no emotions. They're faking everything they fucking do. Even when they act scared, and when you fucking confront them, I guarantee you, it's just like an emotional, it's just like a robotic response to try to calm you down. They know all about that. They created psychology with that pedophile Freud, Israeli child rapist. Anything to do with their doctors, like psychology, that's them all day. They're the ones using that psychology to target children who are smarter than them to try to kill them with drugs and shit. Like they started trying to do when I won awards from their shitty ass, useless president. I was actually smart enough as a kid to realize, it's trash. I should kill myself because I won awards from the president because he's trash. The nation's trash. And I don't know if I should be insulted or what, but I was definitely just like, this is worthless. But apparently there are people found it good enough. I think maybe my mom called them up at the church or the synagogue, whichever she attends when I'm not around. And probably told them, hey, this Goyim we tried to rape our way into their family is fucking having thoughts and shit. He don't trust us that Santa Claus and the rest of our lives are real. And that's probably why they started drugging me. That bitch acts stupid, but she didn't act stupid after 2020, did she? Except for getting her fucking little vaccine. That was a pretty dumb fucking move. But it's not like killing 80-year-old people will solve the fucking problem. There we go. This is trash. It's like America. It's like USA. It's like, I'd say the Earth, but and I just had them following me around as far as I know in other countries. So, they're good old How many times do I have to fucking put on that great American fucking sold shit? And they're busy blaming other people for why they're child rapists and low IQ pedophiles and fucking trash. They're disease rapist motherfucking individuals. They wouldn't even exist. America wouldn't even exist if it wasn't like a colony of genocidal rapist fucking trash who had been spreading its filth since 6,000 years ago when they started with their fucking pyramid bullshit. And they put that fucking pyramid stamp straight on the dollar finally once someone gave them the technology to do that shit. Fucking. Yeah, don't let them convince you of anything else. Obviously, they're fucking trash. I mean, if you lived in a civilized first world nation, I bet you China does this. China probably doesn't allow trash to be sold to their people. I bet you China, they just act smart.